everyone, it's John from What Up. Welcome back to another video. Now, in this video, what do we have for you? Well, we have that audio teaser that Wheel of Time on Prime dropped earlier this week. We're going to discuss it. I'll show it to you in case some of you haven't seen it yet, and then we'll talk about it a little bit more, including that contest that really wasn't a contest that Rafe ran. And then we're going to talk about those leaked Shinarian pictures, the ones that Narg from the Daily Trawlock posted. Now, they are on Instagram and on Reddit and pretty much all over the web now, so you can see them pretty much everywhere, but we'll talk about them here and what I think they could mean. Now, before we get into the video, there's a little bit of housekeeping I want to go through. For those of you that follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and for those of you who don't, you probably should because I post stuff about my videos and funny memes and what else there all the time. I revealed earlier this week that I had a big announcement Thursday night, the 29th of October, and I was very, very excited about it, and it was going to be quite a big deal. And I decided the day of Thursday not to post that video. So it was a video. It was a video I was going to share with you folks, but then I realized about halfway through filming it that maybe it's not a great idea to post this video. It might not be a good idea to share it, so I decided against it. It's shelved for now. I still have it. Maybe at some day in the future I'll be able to share it with you folks, but I can't just yet. And that's all I'll say about that. So I know a lot of people are asking. That's what that was about. Before we get into anything else, spoiler warning, in this video I'm going to talk about scenes from the end of The Eye of the World and the beginning of The Great Hunt. So if you haven't read at least the first book of The Wheel of Time and the first 10 chapters of the second book, be forewarned, I may spoil a few things for you. Alright, let's get on to the video. Alright, first things first, we're going to talk about that audio teaser. Now, Wheel of Time on Prime is nothing if not cagey with releasing information. We don't get a whole lot out of them. When we do get something, it's usually something pretty good. And we as fans will pore over it for weeks, if not months, and pick out every little minute detail. With this, it's no exception. So they released an audio teaser a couple of days ago. Basically, it is this image here, animated. And a lot of people were very quick to pick up on the fact that the Flame of Tar-Valon and the Dragon's Fang that are animated in really, really beautiful water droplet style are backwards. So it became a meme. It's a thing. They're calling it Mirrorgate now. It doesn't matter to me, really. Did I pick up on it right away? No, I did not. I was just too enamored with the audio behind it because that's what it really was for. But as soon as somebody said it, now I can't unsee it myself. So that's the only thing that could possibly make this not perfect. But that's it. I mean, they did a really good job with this. The animation was phenomenal. If you want to see a breakdown of the animation and all the other stuff in that, Lauren from Unraveling the Pattern did a really great video on that. I'm not going to get into too much of the animation, more of the audio and what it could mean behind it. Now, I'm going to play that clip for you now in case you haven't seen it yet, and then we'll come back afterwards.
You ready?
No.
Me either.
All right, so what do we have here? Well, we have Madeline Madden and Marcus Rutherford speaking with each other. Now, it was speculated almost immediately that it was Egwene and Perrin. However, no one really had confirmation until Madeline Madden posted on her Instagram that it was a Perrin and Egwene audio clip. So, oops on her part, maybe, in case no one knew. But it was pretty obvious if you knew the two actors what their voices were. In the audio, are you ready? Perrin says, no, me neither. And then it fades to basically kind of like the THX noise at the end after that. So out of that dialogue, that's pretty neat, but what's interesting is the background. So if you listen to the background of this, you hear what appears to be smashed glass, what could be metal on metal. You hear some screaming of both women and men, but it's on loop. So it is not a live thing. So it is the same, at least this is what I heard, so I could be wrong, and please correct me in the comments down below if I'm wrong. I really like it when you guys do that because it helps me get better. But it sounded like the same, about 10 seconds of background noise on loop the whole time. So it's maybe not giving a lot of context to what's going on there, or maybe that 10 seconds happens and then there's other things beyond that that reveal a little bit too much about that particular scene, and so they decided to cut that audio out and loop the background. I don't know why they would do that personally, but that is as good an explanation as I've heard from anyone else, and I just come up with it on the spot here, so we'll go with that. But so the background again is some screaming, and you can hear a woman screaming, and that same scream, it kind of goes high, low, high, happens 2 or 3 times during this clip. So you can tell it's a loop because it's exactly the same scream. The breaking glass, or what appears to be breaking glass, happens a couple times too, all in the same order, and so does the clang of metal on metal, or that could even be the clang of something else on metal, but it's a clang of metal. They all appear to loop. So the background noise indicates maybe a battle, maybe something unrest, something bad happening. And so there was a lot of speculation what this scene could actually be. Now, Rafe Judkins posted on Instagram just after the teaser came out, and I'm going to give you a little story here. I was sitting in my van waiting to pick my daughter up from school and happened to open Instagram, and Rafe just posted it. Like, literally, he just posted this thing. 14 seconds after he posted it, I gave my guess. So what he posted was, he posted a picture of this, and he basically said, what could this be? He's going to run a contest. If anyone can guess what the scene is, he will genuinely fly you out to Prague next year for dinner with him, genuinely. I think he said genuinely twice. And then I was the very first comment, because I just happened to open Instagram when I was sitting there. So that was pretty cool. First in, almost never happens. And then there were hundreds of comments afterwards of fans just, you know, every kind of explanation, everything from Matt from the Dusty Wheel talking about a wedding, to Shatter Logoth, to dancing on Winter Night Emond's Field, to all kinds of different things. Now, my guess for this particular scene was Perrin and Egwene were going to jump in the river to escape Trollocs. That's still my guess. Now, he came back and he said that only one person got it correct, and that one person wasn't really correct because they were one word off. Now, that one word could be a place name, could be anything else, but there were a number of different guesses, the same as mine, that included the word Shatter Logoth in it, so I'm probably wrong. But someone was very close, and he wouldn't say who, and they were only one word off. So no one won. And he actually stated that he was a little worried because he didn't expect to have to pay out this bet. And that maybe in the future he'll run it as an actual sanctioned contest, which would be kind of neat. So that's what I'm saying. Like, he put this out there. I am assuming he thought, no way in a million years would anyone guess what the scene is, because he said the scene is not in the books. So there you have it. It's a scene that's not in the books that they're talking about here. And to be fair, if you look at that dialogue doesn't really appear in the books between Egwene and Perrin, at least not where we would see it. Maybe it happened off screen, not written. It's possible, but it's not written down. So give me your guesses down below. What do you think this scene was? I'm still saying it's Egwene and Perrin escaping from Trollocs, jumping into a river. I'm not saying where that's at, but I am saying that that's my guess. Because there is a battle type noise in the background, I'm guessing that something is happening there and they're trying to escape from it. So it may not be Shatter Logoth, may not be jumping in the river there to get away from Trollocs, or it could be them escaping anywhere else or running somewhere else. That's my guess. So let me know what you guys think there. All right, so now we're going to go into the leaked Shinarian pictures. So these ones here, Nard from the Daily Trolloc posted these on Instagram, on Reddit. They've been all over Twitter. You can find them on the web. They're pretty much everywhere now. Now, these are beautiful, beautiful pictures. Now, if you take a look at them, you have the standard of 3 foxes in the background, which is one of those things we discussed in my last video. That's the Lord of Faldera standard. So these people look like they're his personal guard, is my guess. And then you have, you have the white horse on the right, and the gentleman with the sides of his head shaved and the beard, and on the left you have the other actor with a top knot. Now, these pictures aren't exactly of high quality, although I'm going to say the one on the left is lower quality than the one on the right. Now, we do know that from one of my earlier videos that Thomas Chahing was in filming for, in and around the time that they're going to be filming up in, for the scenes for the Blight, Faldera, things like that. And we did a lot of speculation on who he could play, whether it be Inkar, Uno, Mr. Jagged himself, anyone else, really. There's a lot of speculation there. But we do know that he practiced a lot with Archie, which is one of the horses that plays Bella. Now, I can't tell if that's Archie or not, that horse, because the head's cut off. And let's face it, even if the head was there, I couldn't tell a horse from another horse. I'm not a horse whisperer, but it's possible it's Archie. It's possible it's Thomas. We don't know for sure. I've reached out and I've asked Thomas, and of course, crickets, dead silence. He's not going to reply to that. There's no way he would. But we are speculating here that it could possibly be him. It's such a low-res, grainy picture. It's hard to tell who that could possibly be. But I would like to think that maybe that's him and he is in full costume there, and that's really cool. Either way, this appears to be, if I had to guess, the assembly that's going to lead Moraine, Lan, and the rest of the Emlyn's Fielders into the Blight. That's my guess. I'm not saying it's 100% correct or not. I have no inside information saying that it is or not. I'm just saying that's my guess. The background looks desolate, kind of like the Blight would. It does look desolate, maybe like the Borderlands closer to the Blight. I don't know. As we know in the books, they only get to the first marker and then they're required to turn back. So it could be any number of things. But my bet is it's that the party that's going to lead Moraine and the rest of them into the Blight. Or it's been suggested this could be a scene from Tarwin's Gap as well, which is, again, entirely possible. I don't know. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Let me know, do you think it's Thomas? Does it look enough like him? I can't tell. It's grainy. Is it another actor? Could this possibly be our look at Uno? Could it be Inkar? Are these, the personal guard that are going to take Moraine and the rest of them up to the Blight and miss the battle at Tarwin's Gap? Or is this a scene maybe from Tarwin's Gap itself? I don't know. You can see some other banners in the background there, the Shinarian banners. So it could mean anything, really. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. All right, so that's all I have for you this week. I want to thank you so much for sticking with me here to the very end. And I do want to mention, if you don't already subscribe to me, please do so. Click that subscribe button. I put out 1 to 2 videos per week, all Wheel of Time on Prime centric, sometimes about the book, sometimes explain videos, but mostly news and leaks and spoilers and speculation, a whole lot of speculation about the show because there's not a whole lot of information we have. All of that comes out. So follow me for that, and turn the notification bell on because I don't put the videos out the same day each week. It just depends when news drops and when I can get around to making the video. So there's that as well. All right, thank you so much for everything, and here's to many more.